Hi, I'm Susan for SusanWinter.net. Thank you for joining me, and today I'm having more questions and answers, and this one is short, but it's to the point, and I think it applies to a lot of us when we're out dating. This is from Lola. Lola writes, "Hi Susan, how do you move on from rejection and not let it affect your self-worth?" Lola, that is a great question. Okay, so first of all, I think it's unrealistic to think that you're not going to be a little upset that somebody rejected you. None of us like to be rejected, okay? Um, so give yourself a break. Understand that what's really stinging is your ego. Either way, it doesn't matter what I want to call it. If you don't feel good and you feel badly and you're trying to recover from rejection, then do what you need to tell yourself that it's normal to feel badly when you're rejected. But let me examine the circumstances first before I get really down about it and before I project it onto the totality of what is my story with dating and romance. Okay, so here are a couple things I would ask you to look at just for information, because I think it has a lot to do with what might be happening. One, what's the pond that you're fishing in? Meaning, who are you choosing to pursue or respond to their pursuit? Partner selection is like 99% of this game. And, I understand that you are going to want to connect with somebody who is 65% of what you want, or somebody who's even 40 because it's the right time and you're lonely and they're hot and who cares? Or that you don't realize who a person is until you get involved with them. But believe me, your choice of partner determines so much of what is going to happen in this relationship. Now, oftentimes, if you have inaccurately placed yourself in a position where either the people that you are meeting or the conversation and profile that you've listed is attracting the wrong kind of person, you are going to be rejected. It can be as simple as you go on a date, you swiped on Tinder and met somebody, and then on your date, they ask you what you want, and you say, "I'm looking for a relationship." They say, "I actually was just looking to go home with you tonight," and they reject you. Why? You wanted different things. This doesn't mean you're inherently flawed, there's something wrong with you, or you're undesirable. You want different things. So I would ask you to look at your target audience. Is what you're writing in your profile, what you're saying when you meet somebody, how you're showing up, and what you ultimately want to experience in dating and in a relationship. Are you even placing yourself in the right location and with the right audience to be on board with who you are and what you want? Because if the people you're meeting don't resonate with what you want, you will be rejected. Not because there's something wrong with you, not because you're undesirable, not because you're not attractive. It's just that it's different desires. And remember, we live in a time period of multiples. To just swipe, new websites and new dating sites and new apps, and the supply is endless. So if something doesn't work out, people are on to the next, just on to the next. So really take a look at that. And as far as how this attaches to your self-worth, this is a little bit more complicated conversation, but our self-worth has to be something that is determined by us, okay? It's a process, and I really think I should probably do a couple more videos on it specifically, but for you today, Lola, it's no person gets to tell you what you're worth. How whimsical would that be? This one likes you, that one doesn't, that one chooses not to be with you, that one's still going back to their girlfriend, this one doesn't like redheads. I mean, you could be crazy if all you're looking for is your self-worth in the reflection of somebody else's eyes. And remember, the partner that we meet is only capable of expressing love and connecting to the level of their own depth. It's independent of ours. You can be the most beautiful sea of love, a magnificent creature that knows exactly what you're doing. And if you place yourself in front of somebody that does not know love, has not accessed love, doesn't know what they want. They're confused. They're conflicted. They have issues that have gone unattended. You'll come back from that experience thinking you've failed and that you've been rejected because somebody couldn't play on your level. And you might misinterpret this in a completely erroneous fashion. So self-worth is determined by us. What the other person does on the other end doesn't have a lot to do with us. What we try to do from time to time is check our performance. I have a friend, I think I've mentioned this before, that he's gay, and he used to go into his room and kind of barricade himself, either do a lot of therapy or read a lot of books. And when he didn't like what he was getting in the outside world, he felt rejection, he felt like he was dating guys that didn't understand him, and he was failing in what he wanted to accomplish. He'd close down, take a break, go into himself, reboot, get a new mentality, kind of get a different angle, freshen up, maybe dig into his self-esteem a little bit, remember who he was, and go back out in the market and just see how it felt. How does it feel? Am I getting a different vibe? Am I being responded to? So oftentimes, if your self-esteem is being eradicated because people around you are rejecting you, the greatest cure for all of this is to dig into some private understanding of who you are and really work to establish your confidence and self-esteem and leave them out of it. Get yourself to the point that you do trust yourself and know that you have value, and then re-enter the dating market. And at that point, you will have an entirely different reaction from the people around you. I hope this helps, Lola. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you, all of you who have been writing me. Thank you for the amazing people that I've worked with in the last week or two. It's just incredible. I mean, I'm convinced that you guys are the most intelligent and amazing people out there. I don't know who else other coaches are getting, but I love the people that I'm talking to. And again, remember, you can also reach me via Magnify, which is an easy, by the minute, you have a quick question, just call me. I'm on it all day long. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you prefer to listen, check out the podcast, The Susan Winter Show on iTunes. Thank you for your questions. I really, really enjoy reading these.